Did you know that second marriages have a higher divorce rate than first marriages? What if 70% of couples don't truly understand what marriage entails before saying I do? Is it possible to identify warning signs before making a lifelong commitment? Marriage, a union often idealized, faces stark realities, with a staggering divorce rate hovering near 50% for first marriages, and even higher for subsequent ones. It begs the question, are we entering these commitments blindly? Before you take that leap, consider these vital signs indicating compatibility, or a lack thereof, for a lasting partnership. One critical element frequently overlooked is the alignment of core values. Think of these values, family, religion, ethics, as the very roots of your relationship. If you find yourselves on diverging paths, your union may eventually derail. Research confirms this. Over half of divorcing couples cite fundamental value differences as the primary cause. Men often prioritize career achievements, financial security, and personal autonomy. It can be disheartening when these ambitions aren't mirrored or understood by their partners. Conversely, women tend to place greater emphasis on emotional connection and shared life goals. When these needs are neglected, feelings of being unsupported or undervalued can arise. To avoid this pitfall, initiate open conversations about your values early on. Discuss your views on children, finances, and long-term aspirations. Remember that values can evolve over time, so revisit these discussions regularly. Where disagreements exist, prioritize understanding over winning. It's perfectly acceptable to have boundaries, but conviction should never turn into control. Unrealistic expectations can also cripple a marriage. Life together isn't a Hollywood movie. It's a collaborative, often challenging project. Couples who enter with idealized notions about love, intimacy, or roles are setting themselves up for disappointment. Almost half of divorces within the first decade stem from unmet expectations. Some men anticipate an easygoing relationship, believing love will conquer all. When conflicts arise, they may withdraw, feeling that the partnership requires too much effort. Conversely, women may harbor fairy tale expectations, assuming their ideal partner will instinctively know their needs. When reality falls short, feelings of unfulfillment or blame can surface. The antidote? Openly communicate your expectations from the start, being honest and willing to compromise. View challenges as opportunities for growth, not as signs of incompatibility. Instead of clinging to rigid expectations, establish clear agreements with room for mutual autonomy and choice. Emotional intimacy forms the very bedrock of a fulfilling marriage. Sharing a living space but feeling worlds apart can signal a deeper disconnect. When this intimacy wanes, partners may become overlooked or taken for granted. In fact, research indicates that couples neglecting emotional check-ins are 2.5 times more likely to divorce. Vulnerability can be especially challenging for men who may have been conditioned to suppress emotions. Showing love through actions rather than words can lead to misunderstandings, especially if the partner craves verbal affirmation. For women, a lack of emotional fulfillment can breed distance and resentment, impacting other areas of the relationship. To foster emotional intimacy, dedicate quality time for open and non-judgmental conversations. Aim for at least 90 minutes each week where you intentionally connect, sharing your thoughts and feelings. Discover each other's love languages, and remember that patience is crucial. Men may take longer to open up emotionally, and it's vital to create a safe space, free from judgment or weaponization of vulnerability. Financial matters often become a battleground in marriages. Whether it's overspending, secret savings, or a lack of trust, financial disagreements are a leading cause of divorce. Think of your finances as a shared engine. If one part malfunctions, the entire system suffers. Men may feel pressure to be the sole providers, leading to stress if their partners have different spending habits. They may view financial independence as a marker of personal success. Women, on the other hand, often see finances as a shared responsibility, expecting transparency and security. Financial secrecy or mismanagement can breed insecurity and fear. A remedy? Review your finances together, creating a joint plan. Communicate transparently about spending habits, agreeing on limits if necessary. Discuss roles and responsibilities, and openly explore your individual relationships with money. Effective communication skills are the lifeline of any successful marriage. Just as a message gets distorted in a game of telephone, misunderstandings can accumulate until the entire foundation crumbles. Communication problems are cited in over 65% of divorces. Men tend to be solution-oriented, aiming to fix problems rather than explore feelings. This can come across as dismissive. Conversely, women often desire validation and understanding without immediate solutions. Feeling unheard can lead to emotional disengagement. Adopt I statements to express your feelings without blaming your partner. Create dedicated time for conversations, ensuring both partners are receptive. Practice active listening, repeating back what you understand to ensure clarity. Commit to putting your partner's needs first, frequently asking how you can best support them. Remember, it's about we, not just me. Personal growth. while inevitable, can either strengthen or fracture a marriage. Are you growing together or growing apart? Think of marriage as a shared climb, each on their own path, but with a shared summit. Men often prioritize external achievements, such as career success or physical fitness, potentially overlooking emotional growth. Women tend to focus on emotional connection and intimacy, possibly feeling outgrown if their partner doesn't prioritize relational development. Encourage each other's independent growth, actively supporting personal goals. Regularly discuss your individual progress and seek opportunities to grow together, sharing experiences and values. Consider mentorship or coaching to accelerate your personal and shared growth. Unresolved childhood trauma can cast a long shadow on a marriage. Think of past wounds as unexploded mines, explosive and damaging. Individuals with unresolved trauma are significantly more likely to experience relationship dissatisfaction and divorce. Men may suppress past trauma, fearing vulnerability. Women may discuss past trauma, but struggle to overcome its lasting effects, leading to trust issues and anxiety. Engage in therapy or counseling to address unresolved issues. Take responsibility for healing, even if the trauma wasn't your fault. Practice patience and understanding, recognizing that reactions may stem from past experiences, not current intentions. Mismatched sex drives are another common challenge. Sex in marriage is the fuel, not the engine, but without it, the vehicle sputters. Mismatched desires can lead to frustration, rejection, and even infidelity. A significant percentage of marriages become sexless, a potential precursor to divorce. Men often equate sexual intimacy with need, feeling rejected when advances are turned down. Women's libido, however, often correlates with feelings of security and safety. Emotional disconnect, hormonal changes, or a lack of quality time can diminish desire. Consider scheduling intimacy to prioritize it in busy lives. Discuss affection beyond sex to relieve pressure and improve connection. Remember, the orgasm starts long before sex, with intimacy, vulnerability, and openness. Maintaining attraction matters in long-term relationships. Taking care of oneself is a responsibility to both oneself and one's partner. Losing oneself in a relationship can breed resentment and burnout. Maintaining individual hobbies, friendships, and personal time is essential. Men may feel pressure to provide, losing sight of their own needs. Women may prioritize nurturing, neglecting their own well-being. Encourage individual pursuits and recognize that time apart isn't neglect. Prioritize your own well-being and cultivate outside connections. Conflict is inevitable in any marriage. The key lies in how you argue. A healthy argument is constructive, not destructive. A significant percentage of marital conflicts remain unresolved. Men may avoid conflict, believing that letting things go will maintain peace, while women may feel the need to address issues head-on, sometimes perceived as nagging. Consciously choose your battles, focusing on resolving major issues. Establish ground rules for arguments, taking breaks when necessary and avoiding verbal attacks. Prioritize understanding over agreement, and be responsive, not reactive. Remember that most fights are often the same fight, just disguised. Mismatched life goals can feel like a constant tug-of-war, ultimately leading to a breaking point. A significant portion of divorces stem from disagreements about children, careers, and lifestyles. Men often prioritize career and financial success, assuming the relationship will seamlessly fit into these goals. Women tend to seek clarity about shared goals, feeling anxious without concrete plans. Set long-term goals, regularly discussing your vision for the future. Ensure your paths are headed in the same direction. Stay adaptable, recognizing that goals may evolve over time. Choose to grow together. The ability to repair after conflict is crucial for a lasting marriage. Dancing around issues is like trying to heal a serious wound with a band-aid. Couples who regularly repair are significantly more likely to stay together. Men may withdraw after an argument, while women may need to rehash it for closure. When repairing, be sure to apologize when necessary. Acknowledge the impact of your words or actions and take responsibility. Reinforce healthy repair attempts and emphasize mutual accountability. Remember, a changed behavior speaks louder than sorry. Ignoring each other's needs is like neglecting a plant. It will eventually wither. When one partner's needs are consistently ignored, resentment and disconnection grow. Men may assume that fulfilling traditional roles is enough, neglecting emotional connection. Women crave connection, but may withdraw if they feel uncared for. Ask your partner directly about unmet needs. Avoid defensiveness and take responsibility for addressing them. Ultimately, love isn't always enough. Love is like the sun. It is not enough to grow a garden if you don't have trust, respect, or teamwork. Without trust, respect, and teamwork, love alone cannot sustain a relationship. A significant percentage of couples claim to have been in love, but lacked these essential elements. Men may overestimate the power of love, overlooking the daily gestures that convey care. Women need to know their partners are committed and willing to do what's necessary to make the relationship thrive. Make intentional efforts every day, even small ones. Focus on building trust and respect. Reaffirm your commitment to each other and to your shared journey. Marriage is a choice, not just a feeling. It's choosing we behind closed doors and honoring your partner no matter what life throws your way. It's a partnership, not a fairy tale, a starting line, not a finish line. The intricacies of building a lasting partnership go far beyond reciting vows. They require a willingness to confront difficult truths, navigate complex emotions, and consistently prioritize the needs of both individuals. By fostering open communication, cultivating mutual respect, and committing to personal growth, couples can transcend the statistics and forge a truly enduring union, turning what may seem like a complex challenge into a beautifully rewarding journey.